Hello and welcome to Crypto Bible. My name's Oliver, and in today's episode, we're going to be going through some crypto news stories. Now, before we get stuck into these news articles, go ahead, throw me an early like, get yourself subscribed to Crypto Bible, and turn on your notification bell icon so you never miss any breaking news in the world of crypto. Right, before we get into the articles, let's check out on CoinMarketCap just what the market is doing. Okay, I'm on CoinMarketCap here. We can see the top 3 trending coins of the day: Spooky Shiba, Ryoshi token, and Luna. Then the biggest gainers are Graft, Bougie token, and Ninja Fantasy token. Then we move down a little bit. Bitcoin is just in the green, 0.44%, 0.2%, trading at 38,650. We've got Ethereum just up 0.75%, trading at 2,787.53. BNB 0.1%. Very slight moves in the market today. Let's jump into the first news article. Okay, first article today is from Decrypt. It's Bitcoin options traders turn bearish report. Option traders are demanding put options over calls, but are generally hesitant to bet on Bitcoin's next movements, according to a report from Arcane Research. So in brief, implied volatility is low, meaning traders can anticipate less upward or downward price movement for Bitcoin. So they're saying they don't know what's going to happen. The volatility skew is higher than usual, meaning buy options are cheaper than sell options. Arcane Research, a crypto market analyst firm, notes that Bitcoin option traders are bearish but hesitant. In a newly released report, following Bitcoin's slump through December and January, it claims that investors haven't been this long-term bearish since the crash of 2021 in May, when the BTC dropped to $30,000. From then, its record high of $64,000 a month prior. The report relies on implied volatility, which forecasts the range in which traders believe a security or cryptocurrency's price is likely to move to come to this conclusion. Options allow traders to bet on the price movements of an underlying asset, then buy the option to make a transaction if the asset reaches a target price. Options for volatile assets have higher demand since they present more potential for profit. Therefore, when assets are highly volatile, options for them are more expensive. Implied volatility for Bitcoin is currently sitting at its lowest level since May 2021. All about 70%. So that percentage refers to a statistical probability within one standard deviation that Bitcoin's price will change by 70% during 2021. So the implied volatility reached in the past 110% at one point, suggesting that traders thought the price might do anything from double to be cut in half. So to get some sense of which direction they think it might be going, one can look at the volatility skew, which is the highest level since, you guessed it, May of last year. The volatility skew measures the relative difference in price between call and put options, options to buy or sell Bitcoin, respectively. Now, throughout Bitcoin's history, call options have usually been more expensive than put options, a bullish sign as people are more interested in being able to buy Bitcoin than worried about needing to sell off. But volatility is now into positive territory, meaning call options are actually slightly cheaper. That's bearish for Bitcoin. When combined with low implied volatility, says Arcane, it means traders might be hesitant to pick a direction that they think Bitcoin is headed in. Arcane concludes that now may be an opportunity to buy some cheap calls. Despite attitudes among traders, macro market fear appears to be cooling off around Bitcoin. Promises the Federal Reserve to tighten interest rates have been hurting crypto and stocks alike over the last 2 months, spurring investors to move away from risk assets. But Bitcoin's price fell less during the dip rather than other cryptos and has ticked over the past week. Arcane suggests the market views Bitcoin as the least risky crypto. $40,000 is a key resistance level. With Bitcoin's slow grind upwards lately, we could see Bitcoin testing the resistance level shortly, it predicts. What do you think, guys? They're basically saying they're a bit hesitant. They don't know which way Bitcoin's going to go. Call options are a little bit cheaper, so you could get some cheaper shouts. What do you think about that? Do you think Bitcoin is going to go up, or do you think Bitcoin's going to go down? No one really knows, and that's basically what this article is about. But let me know in the comments what you think about Bitcoin and which direction it's going to go. On to the next article. Okay, another one from Decrypt here. Bitcoin mining carbon emissions at inconsequential levels. CoinShares in a new report from them. So, in brief, CoinShares say Bitcoin mining is responsible for less than 0.1% of global carbon emissions. It says the emission costs of Bitcoin are dwarfed by its benefits. So it's hard to make the case that Bitcoin mining itself is good for the environment. But newly compiled research from digital asset firm CoinShares suggests its impact on carbon emissions is minimal, especially when compared to global financial system. So CoinShares has in recent months sought to reframe the Bitcoin energy debate and estimates that Bitcoin mining network was responsible for 41 megatons of CO2 emissions in 2021, up from 36 megatons the year before. While that sounds like a lot, it's less than 0.08% of global carbon emissions, a number CoinShares calls inconsequential. So using a 2019 estimate from Galaxy Digital, it pegs emissions for the entire financial system at 130 megatons. The US was responsible for 5,830 megatons of emissions from all sources, just from the US. Environmentalists have criticized Bitcoin for its energy expenditures. Every week, it seems electricity consumption on the network is being compared to that of a country. And we've definitely seen that a lot, haven't we? Saying, oh, Bitcoin mining, it's really bad. It uses a lot of energy, a lot of electricity. The Bitcoin network intentionally requires a lot of energy to run, as Bitcoin miners compete to crack cryptographic puzzles, and earn Bitcoin. The process helps keep the blockchain secure by distributing the network over many users. Now, criticism of Bitcoin has even spread to other cryptos. NFTs, blockchain, deeds of ownership tied to assets such as virtual art and digital collectibles are a recent target. While most NFTs are issued on the Ethereum blockchain, which use a similar mining process to Bitcoin, others are minted on a proof of stake network, such as Solana, which do not require mining and have much lower energy expenditures. So, while CoinShares doesn't address the NFTs or crypto more generally, it thinks the fear of Bitcoin is overblown, calling its energy usage much misunderstood. So they restate the belief Bitcoin is a large net-based benefit to society whose environmental cost is small, but it's necessary. So at any rate, thinks mining power consumption will decrease because the network is designed to stop creating Bitcoin over time. Within just a few decades, the energy usage will transition away from minting Bitcoin and towards market demand for Bitcoin transaction settlement through transaction fees ordered to miners by consumers. To outside observers, that may seem like the same difference, but removing minting from the equation does allow for a more direct comparison with other financial networks, such as Visa and Stripe. Moreover, CoinShare theorizes that the energy that is used will get cleaner because miners are more mobile than traditional industries and can move to locations where cheap renewables are constructed. And almost no matter how remote the locations may be, it believes the versatile workforce will embrace wasted flare gas. In particular, this is the neutral gas and natural gas that is created as a byproduct of literal mining in oil fields. It's already being touted in Texas as a sustainable way to repurpose gas that might otherwise be burned. By CoinShares calculations, using it for power can actually reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So not every jurisdiction is using sustainable methods. However, in the report, 4 regions, the country of Kazakhstan, US, Montana and Kentucky, and the Canadian province of Alberta are responsible for 43% of Bitcoin mining carbon emissions, but only supply 26% of the network's total power, thanks to a reliance on coal, oil, and gas. Other regions, Sweden and provinces of Quebec and Manitoba, punch above their weight, accounting for an estimated 5.2% of Bitcoin's hash rate, while producing negligible emissions. This will change, CoinShares insists. But even if it doesn't, it says, the emission cost of Bitcoin are dwarfed by its benefits. So what do you think, guys? What do you think about the mining? Do you think the percentages we heard in that article, are they anything to be worried about? Do you think there's some FUD around the mining and, you know, we see it happen, creating FUD, creating this fear of, you know, Bitcoin uses so much energy, it kills countries, it saps all the electricity. Now there we've got an article saying, hey guys, listen, it doesn't use that much power and the benefits outweigh you know, the minting and the mining of it, of Bitcoin. So what do you generally, what are your thoughts on that article? I'd love to know what people think. Let me know in the comments below. Any other thoughts on today's episode, pop them in the comments below. Go ahead, throw me a like. Get yourself subscribed to Crypto Bible. Don't forget the notification bell icon on, ting, so you're always up to date with all the current news in the world of crypto. And thank you for joining me for today, and I'll see you on the next one.